something permanent. Hi, welcome to day 1206. Roku. Welcome to maybe the penultimate
Limitless possibilities
for
still
the story mode.
exist within
I
the
say penultimate because I do believe we're not. I don't think we're gonna reach all the way to the end yet. So we'll see how much we can do. I feel like maybe like 2 hours as usual for today. It's, it's like 11:30, but I can go past the day point. Another thing is that I'm making sure I'm actually 1206. Blood. Okay. Let me get my dailies out. I did come back. By come back I mean like finish game of League of Legends, or the common people would say League of Legends. I don't know why I say it like that, but yes. I'm like a bit tilted, not because I lose, because I did not lose. I won a rank EB, but I just one of the teammate just triggered me with a sentence, and I'm like, God damn it. You can literally be the most perfect person in the world. You can be the faker, right? I'm gonna talk a bit about League, just real quick. You can literally be faker in that game. You go into like a fucking mid-rank tier. I don't know. I'm in Emerald. I don't know what category Emerald is in. Low, high, mid.
Good news,
I presume it's mid.
The conductor is safe and sound.
Thank you. Holy shit. They just don't care. They just will flame you for literally being good at the game for no reason. I'm like, bro. Whatever. Just let it all out. And what I am gonna let it out is hearing what Sunday have for me. So, okay, recap. What happened last story? Mystery solved. Himiko's, I don't know why I'm making that voice. Himiko's sending us a distress signal via gravitational wave. But to decode the information, we need to use the gravity probe on the express. Sunday performed tuning to track down Pom Pom, which means we can report this situation to the conductor. Right, we went through essentially the backstory, the flashback in a sense. With, I was about to say Ligus, but Ligus is not part of the team. Xander, no, that is also Ligus. I'm gonna give it to Xander. His name is so memorable. I feel like I'm gonna keep saying it wrongly. Asa Permat. Himiko having a sweet walking through memory lane, and we presume it's not 100% yet, but from what they are saying, from what they are essentially revealing, it seems that our Himiko is the Himiko from the real world and not the imaginary what's his name, Motoko, I think it's Motoko. And we learned that it seems to be Motoko was the one that won the Fast Moon game 15 years ago, probably wishes or make a deal with AHA to rebuild or start up the Express engine. In doing so, it requires wish power, and this is all being said by Himiko, so we can't verify how it is, but apparently use of wish power to start the Express, and Motoko should be gone, like rip. The thing about that is that how did Himiko survive the veteran curse. That one is still up in the air. Why is Assad? Why is Assad here? I mean, I obviously destroy Aha, but how does the veracity came in the first place, right? And how does that involve with finality? Because they did mention Terminus. I forgot when, but Terminus is a part of the picture too. Obviously, we have fucking abundance, and basically the entire path domain is in this one planet for some reason. Before we learn much more about that, we jump back to our side, Trailblazer side point of view. To me, or is it kind of loud? It's slightly loud. And we are wanting to, we just like learn from the recap that we need to meet Pong Pong to decipher or find the location using some sort of radiation code, yada yada. So we shall proceed.
My bird has located them. I am able to share what the conductor is seeing. A moment, please, while I inform them of the situation.
I'll wait a moment later.
Any progress?
Yes. The conductor says they have locked on to a weak gravitational wave and are decoding it.
Oh, we're not even just like going to dig out Pom Pom. Oh, now my I forgot. I fucking forgot I put that outfit on.
Conductor! We missed you too. Pom-Pom received Himiko's message. Repeating it now.
I'm sorry, Pom Pom. It looks good on you. It's just
Assad Kramad's power
you don't expect
is
it.
fear. He exploits people's fears to imagine future possibilities.
Right. Assad is like fucking cipher,
When another
trying to make
possibility is
illusion.
observed, this apocalypse will be overwritten. And also, each and every one of us nameless is making it to the next stop. This part is the conductor's heartfelt wish.
Thank you, conductor. We'll do our best, conductor.
So, Assad Pramad is a Lord Ravager that observes and imaginates possibilities.
That explains why I could never land a blow on him.
When people saw the Lord Ravager's descent, they were gripped with fear, despair, and everything else that comes with an apocalyptic end. Those very emotions fed this catastrophe and made a possibility become reality.
I'm okay. I get it. I understand. But to me, it really just feels like this is just how Cypher acts during Amphorius. No, am I crazy to think instead of like, you know, being used for good, this using for fucking destruction? But it doesn't have like a special methodology to it. It's just, oh, they fear, hence they perceive this, and hence it came to be. I feel like it's the same logic with how Cypher's lives work, right? And at least Cypher's life is like it's a grandiose thing, right? The moment we see shutdown, whoa, we can see it there in effect, and it's like Cypher alone have to hold that lie for like God knows how long. Asa just come down and say, yo, I'm going to destroy the place, and apparently everyone believe it, and sense and hence it materialized. So what they're basically saying, maybe this is possible using imagining, but it doesn't really make sense, because isn't imagining is to create life form out of like imagination, I guess. But how do you create something alive about a concept? How do you create apocalypse into reality? Because it's not like you're creating a person and then like, you know, they, whoa, like, you know, it appears. Does that mean that if I imagine it being gonna rain, it's just gonna rain? Because for me, I feel like if we say, oh, I'm gonna imagine it's gonna rain, I'll imagine a rain cloud to appear, then do the job of raining. But that rain cloud will have their own personality. Like, I kinda okay in terms of, maybe this all that immediately will be answered, and I'm just going on a rant for no reason. Don't mind me. But I understand the cloning part. Like, sure, you have multiple versions of Assad because of the whole imagine. That part I 100% believe that could happen. Just being there and just somehow making the entire world fall into chaos just because he says so, it's kind of not feeling it, right? Because that's more like what Cypher will be doing. What I'm saying is, Asad Pamad is a lazy, unoriginal villain.
Himeko said we need to observe another possibility for this apocalypse to be overwritten. Observe another possibility. How do we do that?
Build a crowd, then defeat Asat Pramod in front of them. That's the easiest way. But I'll just create hundreds of clones to hide behind, and no one will be able to lay a finger on him. That's another of his tricks by manipulating possibilities.
So we don't actually have any way of defeating that old dice head.
I misread that word
Who says
so
we're out of
badly.
options?
Imagine that E is replaced with a K. I'm like, whoa, Marge, you can't say that in our PG-13 game. I don't know what PG this game is, but yeah. You know, what idea are you cooking?
If we somehow witness all his possibilities, then he would collapse into just one being due to the effect of observation.
Okay.
I will activate the formation plume I've set up all over the Arcadia, then use the vision of the Rainbow Spiritus Kalachakra Sky Plume.
You're just speaking letters, lady.
General, do you require my cooperation like during SparksyCon?
Each reading drives the murky future
I
toward
don't
the
know why.
definite outcome, a collapsed quantum state, even if that outcome isn't to one's liking.
Out of context, those sentences make
The
so
Eye
much
of
later
Ishvara
sense.
would transcend mere sight and permeate throughout this realm. The Kalachakra Sky Plume would predict the future of all beings at tens of billions of instances per second.
Lady, again, you are just
That's
speaking
right,
letter.
Mr. Sunday. I would like you to expand the range of your tuning.
You mean to determine the future of Asat Pramad through observation? But, as I recall, as your observation expands, it will anchor the fate of this world.
Observation is for her to worry about.
Say my name. You're leaving the observation to me. I am all-seeing, and I do have a goggle, so technically 4 eyes.
I want you to become my eyes and look for me. The fate Asat Pramod imaginated is imminent, and there is no path for the future in it. Only Ishvara,
What the fuck
only
is that background
observers
sound?
with sufficient strength and personal freedom have what it takes to make choices that trace the path to our future. I also need a place with a good vantage point. Something like a towering structure.
How confident are you in this plan succeeding, General?
Not at all.
Even if the chance of success is only a coin toss, once I enter the fray myself, I always treat it as a 100% certainty.
Now you put quotes on that. Normally you don't put quotes on certainty, but it's one of those things where even though you know it's not gonna be 100%, you might as well treat it as one.
I'll fight by your side too. Even if there is only half a chance of success.
I will do all I can to ensure you two remain connected through tuning.
Then Dan Heng, March, and I will clear the passages as soon as possible to
Well,
ensure the Express can depart.
Can't you like create a black hole?
Myself,
Can't you just
Shi,
like
and
absorb?
General Yao Guang will force the collapse of Asat Pramad's clones, granting us a way to his true form.
All the debris.
Thank you, Sunday. Before you boarded the Express, you said that you didn't understand trailblazing. And yet,
Yeah.
you have fought alongside us in the most dangerous moments of our journey.
No, Mr. Yang. I should be the one thanking all of you. Before boarding the Express, I was just a traveler looking for answers.
Okay, whoever's at the background doing that, just
You all taught
shut
me to
it.
trailblaze and walk the stars. To hold fast to the hands of those around me when facing difficulties. It is my honor to be able to provide assistance.
You really look like one of the Nameless now.
You really looks
Thank
like
you too, General Yao Guang.
crazy.
The
After all
Express
we've
will
been
meet
through.
you as soon as we rescue Himiko.
And that's when we'll defeat Asat Pramod together.
Let's go, Himiko is waiting. Let's break her home.
And when we do bring Himiko home, each and every one of us will be accounted for as well.
Okay.
You still have time.
Say
Go
my
and
name.
say your goodbyes to your friends before we set off. Meet me at the entrance when you're ready.
The same might be nearing the end. I want to recall what each of them done so far. Because I cannot recall. I recall a moment I say, wow, March, you actually help out with the whole story during this planet. I don't recall when. I'm actually like cannot remember. I know it's like a very recent thing. I cannot remember. Well, the lady.
I knew you were leaving soon. Take care. Don't lose your life.
What happened to Silverwolf and Graphia? Hey, okay, there's a blessing.
I'm off. See you later.
There's not any of the word I say, but okay. Resident Boss.
Why do you look like that? What's happening? Is it bad?
What's
The
bad?
little Furbos and I will be here waiting to hear the story of how you claimed victory over Asat Pramod. Don't forget.
Boss, you absolutely must win! We'll be waiting to shoot your victory cover!
I've already sent out the press release. Just waiting to fill in the time and location of the victory.
Oh, winner, winner! Boss is definitely winning!
Thank you. I love you all too. Anyways, what is troubling is you not getting drip marketed. What is wrong with you? Like seriously, how are we only getting Pearl on what 4.6? 4.6? This is 4.4, right? I'm not crazy. I keep forgetting. It's at this point, all of them blend together. This is 4.4. 4.5 get Aventurine and Robin. So yeah, 4.6 is Pearl. One singular Pearl in isolation. Wait a second. Oh, that's crazy. I would expect at least a Nihilox. At least. Right? Like that's like literally the last person. Are they gonna make a 4.7? How long they're gonna drag on? These nuts. Okay, I need to stop making those kind of jokes. But kinda wow.
The young woman's eyes burn with fiery determination, for the path she is to traverse soon leads straight into the eye of the storm.
Off to save the world again, Nameless? Be sure to return in one piece.
One Piece? Aren't you coming along with you? We are not getting your ranger coming along.
Don't you worry. Not even a rat will be able to find a way in here. You focus on destroying that dice-headed scum's lair. Go on. I'll take care of everything here.
Okay. I don't know why my brain automatically translate the word ranger to Power Ranger instead of Galaxy Ranger. So when I read Ranger, I thought it was referring to Cinnabar. Wait, I can't even talk. What's her name again? I know you have like actual name. Cannot remember. Cinnabon? I cannot remember. I cannot remember the name, man. But no, the Ranger is referring to Asheville, so it still works. Yeah. Where is Kuchiba?
I'm live from the heart of the demon capital.
Am I crazy? Where the fuck is Kuchiba? Kuchiba here was here like the first time he's come here and never again. Something sus is going on.
Are you ready? Before we set off, there's something I'd like you to keep safe from me. Please, hold on to my strategy pouch. Open it when you are in need of the hunt.
Sorry. Hold on, let me clear my cough. Okay. That was bad, but it should be fine now. What's inside?
Our future destinies. Remember when we were at SparksyCon and you saw the wheel and woe lots hanging over me?
Sure.
I remember. But you commanded me not to tell you what they said.
I'd like you to keep your eyes on me as much as possible.
Whoa. At least ask me out for a date first.
30 years ago, I used the Decalite reflection barrier to divine the tides of battle for the Fonghu. But, in a moment of blind arrogance, I turned my back on what destiny had revealed and dared to wield the Rainbow Spiritus to twist the very threads of causality. But karma was on the way to punish me. That day, I became entangled with the barrier at a single point, left to drift endlessly through time and space. A healer named this unusual condition temporal dislocation. Put simply, there's always a chance that I could suddenly disappear at any moment. If I'm not observed for even a second, I may disappear.
You remind me. This remind me of who? I recall another character has, or like, yeah, I remember another character has this kind of similarity. I cannot remember. Which is so ironic because hence they don't exist if none can remember.
I restrain myself with the Nexus Sapientiae, forged by the Yuchue Artisanship Commission. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We can't afford a single mistake in this operation. You must keep an eye on me always, no matter the fate that I'm anchored to.
What does that mean?
I had already decided my fate when I set foot in this world. You are only a witness, not the one wielding the blade.
Okay, so what you're saying is, also who the fuck is the one that making the sound effect? How nice of you to stop the moment I get out of that. What? I hear it. It's just one of the things in the whole world. So stupid. At first I thought it's my character, but that is. Who the fuck is making that sound? I don't think it's you. Whatever. Out of here. Now, normally, I'm not a death flag. I'm normally not a death flag Andy. I generally try not to imagine. Fuck. Whoa, I can jump over it. I definitely try not to imagine like any flag that may trigger certain bad stuff happening. But I do seen a lot of flag in my life, and what Yao Huang did was like very high in the flag list. Fuck, I do this. Wow. Okay, that works. Okay, good. Okay. One demon will eat you in a heartbeat, but two demons not necessarily. They lock eyes with each other. First
Mr. Sunday?
My birds will be keeping an eye on you both.
I'll give you a signal from atop the tower. Let's go. Let's eliminate all of Asat Pramad's possibilities.
I kind of understand why Asad is being like that, because his head is a dice, and a dice is all about possibility. Yada yada. You are so loud. What the fuck? You are so loud. can't tell whether you're the voice or the thing. So yeah, you know, character design matches.
You must get past it if you want to reach that tower.
You need to speak up louder, Sunny. Sunny boy. Who?
Fret not. I will protect you.
Did you just fucking use Fusion's technique on us? Help us, Fusion. I get it. You can't really do much with the concept of a dice hit without making it about possibility, or sorry, probability. Give me cat. Oh my god, it's lagging so badly.
Because it fights back. Assault Pramod, your elation is just supreme for this.
But I feel like they can do a different route of possibility instead of I imagine every possibility of how to make this into reality by letting you guys see the possibility of me doing the possibility. I feel like it's a bit of a stretch. Ha! Stupid. Okay, I don't need to change my team to fit. Okay, I saw online they say, fuck it, just put Duncan in. And I'm like, I don't trust it. But this would let Duncan to have a free skill to attack with. What the fuck is Duncan? There you are. But I feel like
The Cloud Piercer was forged for war.
Thank you. Won't they just disrupt it? I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Technically, I don't need to use the skill.
That thing over there. What is that?
I've seen it at Stalio Fest. Likely a device that collects people's wish power.
She has courageously challenged an ancient Leviathan of the Sigurd Age. And her chosen weapon is a standard plain arcane in ambience prop.
Hey, modern technology like beat some Bronze Age stuff, man.
Peak entertainment. At last, the long-awaited prelude. Monster versus protagonist.
I'm sick of this guy's trifling gimmicks.
Like using a Glock during medieval time will yield you a lot of advantages, as like common as a Glock would perceive as. Hey, that's what it does. Thunder coil. I've come to bargain. Okay, no. Okay, this is not what I expected, but sure.
Our plan.
It's jump time. Let's jump. Huh? Okay, so they just okay. I think I get it. Okay, so far it's like really mediocre. Ow. Go where? You didn't tell me where to go. The lack of reaction from Thunder Coil is a bit wank, but oh, look at this. Actual platforming. Fuck. Like this is actually a platform like fight design. As much as like it's being very generic, but still. I feel like they can cook with this. Currently, you know, they try. It's definitely not the cinematic as one would expect. It's very, I might get sued. It's very Pokemon-esque feeling. I don't know why. Just the way, what the fuck? Just the way the whole animation acts. And launch. I guess the health bar next to the monstrous looking fella definitely, you know, make you think it's one way or the other. How the fuck this thing just came? Why is this thing a thing? Okay, we're not gonna question it, sure. I like how most of the stuff is like 2D, but the blade of the helicopter, they actually just make it just going through the 3D axis. I guess how else you gonna animate a chopper flying? I guess you can do it as the back of the wheel. But no. Like how does this interact? You can see it's like a bit weird. This part I can touch, I can jump, but any up further around here is considered as part of it. You don't normally have that encounter. May you ever press forward? You have to win a baseball raccoon. Press down. Okay. Now they still have to teach you how to travel this, just in case you've forgotten. Okay, this is the most final boss fight area of all boss fight area I've ever seen in my boss fight area life. Oh wait, this is the exact same area where we fight. Foolish. I think. But it's just, you know, different. Overgrown, bright, and aesthetic ugliness, while excessive entropy bring an ugly aesthetic. Compared to the decadence of the latter, perhaps the savagery of the former is more worthy of praise. Speak some funny word, funny man. Oh no, it's not. It's just that you have stuff to collect here. But it is the same tower, right? It should be. It looks like it. Not. I guess it could be not. No, it's definitely it. That is literally the same thing. But
we're here. Get ready, Sunday.
How? Was Woolwich Tower always near Thunder Coil? Technically, Thunder Coil can move, I guess, but you know.
Careful. Asat Pramod just appeared above you.
I don't know what's the plan, but yes, set up and project everyone.
Smart of you to lead a Xianzhou general to her death.
Oh, this is where the prophet.
How honorable and entertaining it would be to challenge the demon lord and save the world alone. But yes, two is better than one. Still, I was not expecting a diviner. To think I should have the honor of meeting the divine foresight, Bane of Ventilia. What can she do for you? Reveal your victory odds? Predict your weal and woe?
What? Okay, Ventilia lost to fucking...
Whatever she divines,
Jingyuan.
I will block its path. What will you do now?
Technically, Jingyuan is the head of Divine Foresight. No, Divine... Yeah, Divine Foresight,
Then
right?
I
A diviner that never grants an audience to anyone will teach you a lesson. Asat Pramod. A general and a diviner have completely different duties. A general breaks formations from behind, and a diviner destroys them from the front. And did you say you will block every path I divine? Sorry, but creating paths where there are none is the expertise of trailblazers. Now, shall I read your fortune?
Go ahead.
See your myriad possibilities condense until eventually only one remains. Defeat. The rainbow surveys the heavens, perceiving 1,000 forms. Across the meridians of destiny, the Jade Abacus reveals its script. The celestial eye opens and shuts as calamity and fortune reveal themselves.
Wow, that was quick.
I see it.
I guess that makes sense.
So this insight is what the Eye of the Hunt has to offer.
How that would work.
Good. I see it too. Asat Pramod, your fate is sealed.
What a brilliant reversal! Now, this is the resistance I have been looking for. Exhausting all possibilities. Plotting every scheme. Just hurling everything at me. In short, elation!
Sure, buddy.
How unfortunate that this coming perfect apocalypse will not be seen by you, General Yao Guang.
My eyes are on you. Hold on.
I see the rope that tethered your existence here has snapped. I do not believe we will meet again in this lifetime.
You know that's true because you're dead. Just saying.
I have nothing left to give. Ishvara, please, take Asat Pramod to his fated defeat.
General!
Pity. You were so close. She put her life on the line for you to have this sliver of a chance. Just like Himiko. Don't let their sacrifices come to nothing. You know, protagonist, it's actually heartbreaking that those clones are gone. But she did deliver you here, to me. It's time for a veteran navigator to point the way forward for you.
The Phantasmoon courtyard?
A terrifying enemy is near, but you stand alone, helpless. How often have you been in such a predicament, protagonist?
Not often, but you know, like it's true every single time. So like, do I just stab you now, or how we proceed with this?
This is how trailblazing expeditions always end, no? Don't worry. As the former navigator myself, I may provide you with some instruction.
Oh, easy now.
Just as Akivili instructed me, and I instructed Falcon Amundsen. Perhaps instruction is too formal a word. Young people these days can't stand such formality.
The fuck can
How
you
about we make it a bit
deformalize
friendlier? You quiz me instead.
instruction?
Next, you can ask me questions. 8 of them.
So what's your social security
About
number?
me. About Aha. About Akivili. About the future of the cosmos. About you, even. I'll answer anything you ask.
You dumb fuck. I really know the moment I press any of them, it's like, well, there's one of the answer gone. One of the question gone, you know, too bad. Should have asked that, bucko. Are you really that kind?
Because once 8 questions are done, you're dead.
Oh, you don't do like the okay.
Did you forget? We are the only 2 supplicants with a chance of winning.
I thought you were gonna be like the
Phantasmal
fucking D&D
games.
movie. Well, the first one is a question, so I'm not gonna say that.
You're not interested in stories and secrets? That's unfortunate. Of course, this universe also has a button reserved for you. But let me remind you, this is the last time we will speak so openly.
Fine, why question?
Because the die happened to land on 8. Because there are 8 supplicants in the games.
Because you're 8.
Or perhaps because we first met in Emphorius. Another 8.
Wait, what? We met in Emphorius? We met at Emphorius. Did we meet at Emphorius? Who the fuck? That's... How did we meet in Emphorius?
Is this guy actually serious?
Wait, no. I think you mean the Emphorius in the Hoyo Fair?
Himiko hasn't escaped yet. And there's no news from the Express.
It could be.
I should try to delay him for as long as possible, if we want to have any chance of winning.
But... That's a
Why
weird way
would
to
I
say.
believe a Lord Ravager?
No, that's first question gone.
Looks like you're not so opposed to my offer either.
I'm not opposing, I'm
How
just
about
saying...
we add a wild card to this boring trivia game then? Give
fuck it, add a
your
wild card to the
answers
trivia
to
game.
the die you're holding.
What? Give your answer to the die you're holding.
Roll the die. If your roll is a critical success, you get to uncover my deepest secret.
Darkest secret.
I will answer every question, even if it works against me.
And if the roll is bad,
I still answer, but only in half-truths. It shouldn't pose any problem for our protagonist. You can effortlessly distinguish truth from deception.
and if I roll succeed but not a crit,
I'll share a candid truth. Though it won't necessarily be the whole truth.
it's an interesting way of telling information. I might use this as a method to convey information. How do I know you're playing fairy? Fairy?
Did General Yao walk by me just now? You should really trust her strength. Besides,
How's that
it's been a
related?
long time since I've just offered myself up to the chessboard of fate. How exciting to have every outcome based on pure probability.
Yeah, probability.
Now, let's get started.
Wait, are we playing Cosmic
What
Con?
do I ask?
Con.
Right now,
What?
among infinite possibilities, Countless versions of you are asking me
Dude,
endless
imagine we
questions.
fight him. There's no like actual boss battle. We are only playing Cosmic Con
Faced with
Collective.
fate and the universe, people have endless questions. It's asking and answering that make us who we are. Don't hold back. Go ahead and ask your most pressing question right now.
Do we not roll first before we get it? Ah, fuck. Hot take on the Lord Revenger. Why do you call me Akabili? Did he ever call you Akabili? I'll be honest. How, when was this a thing? Why do you want to kill Aha? Now that feel like a shitty answer to us. How can I defeat you? It's not going to be relevant because we will defeat you. What is the fourth finality? The fuck is the first three? I think 1, 4, and 6 are decent answer. Decent thing to us. The thing is that we don't roll first. I don't know whether the first one is going to be a crit. I feel like the first one might not be a crit. I'm just saying. I think we go for the safest to go 6.
I want to know how Yao Guang and Evanesia are doing.
I can tell you care a lot about them. As you should. After all, they
unless all those 8 questions is randomized
you.
and I cannot ask them. Actually, those are 8 anyway, so it's like, am I gonna ask all of them at the same time? That is success. Okay.
But, as is customary, I can only answer one question at a time. Who do you pick?
I believe Yao Guang. We have faith in Yao Guang. I'm sure Yao Guang can be fine if we, remember Yao Guang. Evanesia is a total conflict. We don't even know what the fuck going on with Evanesia.
She is the avatar of the abundant Elwood. Even if the world ended, she would not be affected.
Okay.
What you should worry about is whether she will still be the Evanesia you know when she wakes up again.
I see.
Do you really have the time to worry about others? You should be thinking hard about what you're going to do next. 7 questions left.
Oh, okay. There is new question. I feel like I'm gonna go low and ask for the weakest one until I hit a fail. This way, I doubt, okay, this gambler fallacy, but I doubt they're gonna hit me with a fail twice. I really want to know what is the fourth finality. Because I don't even know what the five is the first 3. Right? So, why do you call me Akibili?
Why were so many people calling me Akivili along the way?
Oh, this will be interesting. Success.
Because the path you walk is the same one they once walked.
Okay, that's a bit ass. Okay, like,
The Astral Express, the path of Trailblaze, your determination to connect the worlds. None of these are coincidences.
I should be saying, am I Akibili, but I feel like that would be a no also.
Carrying an essence similar to theirs. And so people see a familiar starlight in you. This is the reason I think that Himiko thinks so highly of you.
I can see that being true.
Ask 6 more questions.
I believe that is valid. The Steroid Hunter plan is, whatever. about the other me. The fuck is the other me? What the fuck is the other me? Who the fuck is the other me? Wait! Are you saying Callus? This is gonna be a crit
I
fail.
once met my other self in Amphorius. Who was that?
You did? When? What? When did you do that? I'm looking it up. How do I want to look it up? Stel... No, it's not Stellar. Stel... Wait, there is. Wait, 9 months ago, spoiler, there is a scene. Why do I not recall this scene? Why do you set out? Why do you trailblaze? I trailblaze because my eyes has not yet seen the end. What? It's actually a thing. Wait, I think I recall. Right, I think I recall. Bro, okay, I thought the reason why... Okay. I recall. It was the... I don't know what patch it is. But yeah, you're talking to... You're with the Cyrene. And you have a certain thoughts, I guess. Or someone suddenly talk to you. I believe at the time I was believing is your inner thoughts trying to contradict because you're being swayed, and you project another person, but since they're talking about the trailblaze, they want to project themselves, but to not to me to not differentiate, to confuse who is who. Wait, no, what? I'm going back in. Did I actually witness this? Shout out, or 3.7. Shout out to Carubale Z for the archive of this moment, because holy shit, this is a godsend for me to understand what the fuck's going on. This is like the final moment before we defeat Iron Tome, I believe.
Oh, this is a most interesting discovery. Might you also possess the gift of grasping possibility?
No.
Unfortunately, even I do not know the answer to that question. It's beyond what I can see and understand at present. To make amends, this question won't count against you.
I wasted a
You
success
may
though.
ask 6 more
I
questions.
wasted a success for that shit. Fuck, 5 is so good. 5 is so good. Five is so good. Ugh. I'll go 7 first. Ah, fuck. I feel like Craig is gonna. Somebody tell me that all these are predetermined, and hence, what I mean is like I don't think each of them is already prefixed with a certain success, and therefore the information will convey the same. I'm not sure whether they will actually make it. Okay, they can either do 3-way. Either they have an array of the dice roll preset. Whatever question, they see what's the next result and apply it. That is what I think should be. Another way, a bit more scummy, is each of them is already, and not scummy, I guess like more like, you know, nothing matters, but each answer is already have a fixed result, so the answer they provide to every player is the same. Or this is kind of fucked up, but would be funny as fuck, and you know, fit the teams. It truly is randomized. There's actually a chance that one player might get all crit fail. No, I don't think crit fail is a thing, you just fail. But yeah, I can get all fail and you barely know anything.
About the Stellaron inside of me. How much do you know?
I'm gonna shut myself up. What the fuck?
Stellaron is a fragment of a path, a condensing of ionic powers and concepts. It comes from harmony, but surely you already know this.
I don't. What?
One in your body.
Harmony?
Strange. Whatever its essence is, it seems to be intricately linked to the Trailblaze.
I feel like that's more unclear of myself though.
The coordinates and a vessel of possibilities that even I cannot fully see through.
So you refund me the question, right?
5 left.
Oh, fuck you. Well, that's kind of useless. Well, I guess I did learn this about harmony. Bro, I need to start doing the law stream, man. There's so many things I feel like I'm missing out. Harmony. I'm trying to think. Obviously, this is like harmony is like a big moment in Penacony, right? So I'm thinking like, is there ever a moment they actually explain about the Stellaron? Because technically the Stellaron there is not even harmony, right? This is order, run by Sunday. Because they always refer Stellaron as the cancer, right? But how does cancer related to harmony? One fucked up way they can link it is that technically anyone can get it. Like how anyone can get cancer. Cancer is indiscriminatively affecting everyone. You know? That's why it's like a bad thing. Because like no, there's never a good cancer unless you're the cancer that kill cancer. Have they ever made that a thing? I think that it exists, but I don't think that like we can actually utilize that normally now, like frequently enough. But for the most part, everyone fucking hate cancer. Hence, one way it does unite everyone because everyone hate cancer. Another way you can think of it, the cancer is affecting everyone because you know they don't care. Why embrace destruction is kind of weird. Fuck, I think I have to ask the tough question right now. I swear this is a fucking fail. Oh my god. I'm not risking it.
Tell me, why do you want to awaken the veracity husk?
Please be a fail. I don't want to fail, but you know. That's a great success!
Lucky you.
Fuck me. Okay, tell me.
Awaken the veracity to devour, of course.
At least it's a decent question.
If it's just a fragment sealed in a Hotopia, a husk, the hunger concealed in it will be enough to dim the stars.
Okay.
I don't care who wins this chess game. What I care about is the moment the winner excitedly reaches out a hand to take their trophy. And a star comes alive, opens its abyssal maw, and swallows the chess pieces, players, and the chessboard itself, all to remain in nihility for all eternity. What a sight! Even the rules themselves would be eaten. No matter who Aha pours their power into at the end of the games, no matter their disguise, it is all for nothing against the awakened veracity.
Okay.
They cannot escape this devouring, because it is not a duel, but the restoration of balance. It is the consequences and retribution they deserve for the sin of theft they committed at the dawn of time. Though Ouroboros does not understand the notion of revenge, when that ancient...
Wait, let me read that last line again. They cannot escape this devouring because it is not a duel, okay? But the restoration of balance. It is the consequence and retribution they deserve for the sin they committed at the dawn of time. Okay, so they're talking about Aha. Okay, continue.
Hunger, dormant for ages, is sated once more, and the stolen power surges back through them. Even that blind and witless primordial will shall, in that instant, taste the flavor of elation. 4 questions left. Keep going.
Good answer. I want to know your plan. It's kind of vague, but I mean, we kind of already know the plan. He awakened just to kill Aha. I'm biting the dust. Is it gonna fail me next?
Someone said there are 4 paths that will bring the apocalypse to the universe. Destruction.
Oh, that's what you
harmony,
mean.
And nihility. What is the last remaining path?
Please. Your question would leave even else completely stumped.
Questions would leave even Moose completely stumped. But I will answer them, even though I can only offer my humble opinion. Up to you if you believe me or not. Now, roll the die.
Great. Oh my god.
Hey! That's a critical success.
Now give us your best opinion.
Perhaps I have a surprise for you. It's an answer I realized over the course of a long journey. The 4th path that brings the apocalypse.
Okay, pack it up, guys.
Is the trailblaze.
Okay. Okay, I need to... you know what, I kind of expected you to say that, but let me sit down for a moment. Okay, I do recall... I certainly do remember them mentioning it. It does make sense, right? It kind of does make sense. Destruction, yeah. Nihility, yeah. Harmony, you might think is weird, but kind of makes sense. If everyone is the same, I feel like that's bad, right? I don't know whether that's what they meant in that sense, but it's bad if everyone's the same, right? You're treating everyone as a robot essentially. Trailblaze might be another form of harmony. Since you're linking, you want to travel the world and try to link all together, right? But I don't know how I want to imagine how does that work. The only thing I can see why Trailblaze will be a problem is you go to the Forbidden Land, the land of no one should ever go, right? The land of once you enter, the whole world implode, that kind of land. But actually, I do see it. You know what? I do see it all the time, all the fucking time. It is us Trailblazer that went to the world that have issue. We were to think like we stop them, but in some way we might also help accelerate the effect. In some way, I feel like we are not the cause, but we will be present and hence take the blame for it. We were there during Amphorius when they summoned Iron Tome. We were there when Belobog, trying to fucking freeze themselves into internal freeze. We were there when all the bad stuff happening on Penacony, in Zenzo, Herda Space Station, I guess, question mark, that one, yeah, kinda. We were there for all of them. And a lot of them would be world-definingly destructive masses of effect. I guess technically the biggest one is Amphorius, Iron Tome. I don't know about how Sunday make Eternal Dream be a threat to the entire universe. Like during that small area, sure, that might be bad, but the whole world, whole universe, I don't know. Zenzo was about to be destroyed by Fantilia until we were there, so that was also a thing. Then there's also the Hule issue. In a sense, since we are all there present, there might be a possibility of a world where none of them happened because we weren't there, right? It's one of those scenarios where we cannot determine, but because we already are in this version or in this essentially seed, the cause and effect is that, right? You might think like, oh, in Amphorius, Iron Tome will eventually come out. In fact, if we went to Amphorius, Iron Tome will destroy the world. But in some way, might be in an alternate universe, by not going there, Iron Tome will not appear because they will just continue looping. Right? They say, oh, it's nearly done. By the time we reach there, it's already basically complete. But who knows? Maybe their version complete is another billions, zillion years down the line. Who knows how many cycles I don't go through, right? But it's not like if we weren't there, it's still gonna happen because we cannot guarantee that. Also, same for Sunday in a sense, and all others. So I see. Assad, I understand. Let's see how you interpret it.
You should be glad that their plan has failed. Nobody knows what happens to a universe that has its paths broken. An unknown, incalculable universe of madness. A universe where every direction is forward and there is no end. Time flows, yet nothing ever happens. Space stretches on, yet there is nowhere to go. Even existence itself defies all logic.
This is a different route that I thought you were gonna say.
Even the answer destruction sound kind. At least it has a clear end. You may still ask me three
So you're
more
interpreting it as because we are heading to an unending journey, that itself is an issue because we are essentially walking aimlessly, right? Because technically we always have a way to go forward, and hence if everyone were to follow, everyone would need to go somewhere, and if everyone were to go somewhere, there's nowhere to go because there's no stop of the end, yada yada. My proposition is, how is that any different with abundance? I guess abundance is just about immortality. You can technically settle down while being immortal, while not being like walking aimlessly. But I don't know. Have you seen what the fuck some of the Zenzo? What did they call it? What happened when they turn? Oh shit! What's the name for it? There's a name. The Abomination. Yeah. Have you seen what happened to those Abomination? Okay, I'm satisfied. Fuck, the Truth of Fast Moon game. Fuck, I'm not satisfied. That is a good one to ask. Fuck, said it.
Can you tell me the real truth about the Phantasmoon games?
I bet you figured it out long ago, didn't you?
I don't necessarily say yes.
Across countless generations, the supplicant's wish power has gathered here, coursing through the abundant Elwood into the veins of the path. It soothes the ever-starving husk and keeps it from rising again. So, people are not acting for Aha's entertainment. They're doing their best to come out of the next Amber Era unscathed. But after thousands of years, this was no longer a game, but a rotten play. On stage, the actors battled. Down below, the audience was numb. The director, well, the director lost interest in their own production, remaining as an empty shell of a body. And then the pitiable process starts all over again. There you have it. The truth of the Phantasmoon games. Only two questions.
You know what? That was not what I expected. Is Akibili still alive? Is a crazy statement to ask also. That was not what I expected. The main thing is that I thought I do thought it was something Aha would just, why not? Right? Why not? Because the Fast Moon game, I know it's called Phantasmoon game, but the actual tie is too hard to pronounce. On the Phantasmoon game, was not just in Planacadia. What the fuck did I just say? Yeah, this place is called Planacadia. Planacadia? Ahatopia, whatever. But they mentioned that other area with similar essence, with similar this kind of rule structure also happened. So there is other Fast Moon game happening around the world. Are those also? Wait, no, they didn't mention. In all of them, there is a fucking tree. They didn't mention it. There is a tree. So, holy shit. Yeah, they try to suppress the abundant tree. Okay, so I understand how the Fast Moon game. Sure. The tree. Sure. How does the so there's a husk. On top of the husk is Ahatopia. or whatever the initial world is. On top of it, have the ambrosia tree. Then the tree is being not expanded because they are being weighed down by the Fast Moon game. While all those are happening, apparently the tree is also what should be calming or not reawakening the husk, or the other way around. The tree would awaken the husk, but the Fast Moon game is to prevent it. That make more sense in my brain. That would make more sense. Okay, 2 more questions left. Honestly, okay, let me think through this. Think through this. Technically, I can just go online and just see all the answer. But you know, I like to imagine what if this is like the only time I can ask this question, and it makes sense how this could be the only time. So, if I were to ask, why do you want to kill Aha? Because he hated it. I believe because during his enroute time, he find Aha not funny or something. Something along those lines. He probably just hate it because it's just stupid, right? How he also went during the time when asking about the husk. He was saying like how he's like a plague. Aha is a plague to people. I feel like I can kind of guess the grips of the answer, right? He just hate it. He just doesn't. He think that Aha is not contributing to the world, which leads to another point. I feel like if Aha can contribute to the world, nothing in the world really can be contributed. So you know, just fuck all, right? So I feel like that kind of answer 6. 2, we don't care. We really don't care too, right? Because at the end, we're gonna have a fight, okay? Something, somehow, somewhere, some why, we're gonna have a fight, and we're just gonna be a fight, right? I don't think it's gonna have influence. It would be amazing. I'm just saying. Hoyo was just saying. By choosing 2, then you make the fight easier because you know the knowledge how to defeat. That would be a insane way to make the game, which I think you should, because you know it gives reason for you to choose certain option. Just saying game, but I'm gonna meta it and believe it's not gonna happen. Hence, I don't think 2 is needed to be asked. 3 is, you know, a joke answer, a joke question. I'm sure there's probably a good thing, a good info about it, but it's not in high priority, right? We'll encounter them once we encounter them. 4 is the actual. Technically, 4 is about learning the psyche about your enemy, like you know how you know how's your life, you know, kind of question. 5 is something I would ask. 6, I already said it. 7 is literally what he's doing right now, is summoning the husk so that he can kill Aha. So I think 7 is redundant. 8 feel redundant because I feel like the answer is no. He might say but or well, technically. I believe it's a no. Archivity state. He might even have a roundabout way say, oh, we are the embodiment of Archivity, which most likely would be the case. So technically, the best to ask is 5, because we, the player, understand that they have a fucking cat alien that's doing its job to prevent the end of the world, but we don't know, I guess, the cause and the effect of it. I don't know, it's just something like we see a lot of them, but we don't actually know the nitty-gritty details.
I've always been curious. Since the Stellaron hunters also see possibilities, do you know what they're truly working toward?
We'll never know.
Stellaron hunters. They're just a bunch of power-drunk opportunists that wait by the Eon's chessboard, waiting to catch any falling scraps. They think they've foreseen the future, but in reality, they're merely being led by the nose by a certain Eon's power, chasing an illusory, better ending.
Okay, so basically the information we know
As
of.
for their goal, humans only pursue these two things: to live or to die for a reason. Final question.
Though I do believe when you say
want
a certain Aeon's power,
There's something I've thought about from the start.
okay, fine, fuck me, don't let me choose the answer. Fuck, okay, whatever, sure, go ahead, use your free will or something. But when they say what is it, led by a nose of a certain Aeon's power, are they being led by Terminus? One would say, one would think it is, right? Because that's what Elio should be having. But I have a feeling that is not the case. I have a feeling it's another Aeon. An Aeon of something that helped to not lead to... Because it's Terminus, the finality. Like, here's the thing, I again, should have read it out. What the fuck each of the Aeon does. But the finality is like, you know, the finale, right? The end. Is it the and this many, I'm speaking of the Aeon Terminus, is he the arbiter, as in like enforcing that this end has to happen at this point? Or he's saying that this is how it will happen, I'm just a conveyor, I'm just telling you guys how the end, whether or not it will actually end, most likely it will end, but use that information as you will. Because those two are a very big difference, right? If it's the arbiter, then well shit, then technically Terminus is like a bad guy. But I don't think so, because they would Terminus, then finality would technically be one of the 4 apocalypse to end the universe, no? But I also don't think they are helping Stellaron Hunter, right? I feel like there's another Aeon. I don't know what other Aeon. I think they already mentioned all the Aeon, unless there's some secret Aeon. There still could be, right? There could be a secret Aeon they haven't mentioned yet. That can foresee the future, but trying to prevent it from happening. Is there such thing? Would that such thing even be a thing? Should such thing even be a thing? How would such thing even be a thing? I don't know. It is kind of annoying that I gotta fail, but I'm trying to think how else would the success even answer. Maybe I don't know. Now that is a good answer to ask, but you know, sometimes you don't need to always ask for the most objectively best. Sometimes you let your heart get it straight. We need to know. We should have the right to know.
Tell me, is Himiko still alive? Do you really have no feelings for your daughter?
Great place. Lebao. I feel like that's pretty determined.
Ah, this is the question I've been waiting to answer. What a stroke of luck. Of course Himiko is still alive. At least on the stage I've meticulously prepared for her. She will play an important role, and is now awaiting her curtain call. Life is like this. One chance journey after another. One whim after another. Playing someone's father. Becoming someone's friend. And at times, someone's lover.
So we got the answer already.
By a twist of fate, I let a girl with no future begin to dream of the stars and of lands yet to be reached. I have never understood why the seeds I planted by chance would always take root in unexpected ways. I never expected them to bear fruit, such as Graphia or Himiko. It feels like a curse. Like fate's cruelest mockery of me. Just like that night 15 years ago, I had the chance to crush the Express again. But I hesitated.
Because you used to be a navigator, because you couldn't bear to do it, because you're stupid.
No to both.
So it is the third one.
I've never fully understood that lapse in judgment. I still ask myself why.
So it is the third one.
No matter the reason, you caused a huge mess for your colleagues.
A few weeks ago, Himiko returned to her hometown and brought you back with her. That was the moment I finally understood why I didn't shoot down the Express 15 years ago. It had nothing to do with acting as a father or trailblazing, but for a destruction that spanned 15 years, to set her on a journey to gain what was most precious, only to shatter it all in the cruelest way.
This is the sickest villain I've seen so far.
Is this?
Not in a good way, like actually like sick and hate kind of sick.
To this world, here and now. It's the most vicious joke I can play on plain Arcadia, on myself, and on the fate of the universe.
But you can understand Xander one Kuwabawa.
Will this joke
oh my god
amuse Aha?
You can finally see the head. But at least like the other villain, there's some reason for it. Xander fucking hate Naus. Think everyone is too smart for having answer, right? They don't yearn for the question, right? Sure. Sunday. We have fucking who else? Dr. Primitive, right? Crazy monkey guy, shooting people in the monkey. Pretty bad, I would say. But at least he's doing it because he still believes that monkey or whatever primate is like the most primitive and more when they say like primitive, like the most prime state. At least he has some reason. You are just like, why not? Right? Even I feel like Nanook have better reasoning to destroy the world than you do. Right? I'm just saying, in terms of like villainous score, you're like, I don't know, the Joker. Right? The other people can like fucking Xander could be Thanos, which like, you know, you might see a reasoning. You're just the Joker, which is like, just you know, just go home. What the fuck are you doing here?
You want to use my Stellaron?
The worlds the Astral Express deals with. How could they be without a Stellaron? Boom! 15 years ago, during the blood-stained games, all the supplicants died violent deaths. Then, the husk ran out of wish power and grew agitated, craving a blood sacrifice. 15 years later, a hero from the Express shone brightly throughout the games. Her Stellaron overflowing with wish power. The perfect sacrificial piece. All right. Now that I've answered the 8 questions, I now need to... Kids these days. Show
She
some respect
bring up
and
fast.
put your phone away when your elder is talking.
That was like a fast truth. Okay, check the message.
Huh?
Siapa ni? Praise me, cheer for me, cause I've nailed it. Wolf said, "Let there be signal." My planet connection was restored. Totally. God, I guess. I miss you. There's no way you could get through a great moment like this without you. At the Duncan Sunday, March 7, well, pearl late. At the Himiko little chat. Hang in there, we are on our way to you now. Ryusuke? What? The Express has rescued Miss Himiko and is on the way to your location. What?
Himiko is right there!
There you are. I see all of you.
Okay. I was not expecting a video in the phone, but okay, that's neat. Okay, what the fuck you mean Ryusuke is added to the group chat? You scroll see that the little plan of yours just went badly. Okay, we just there to taunt him. Oh, one more thing. I went ahead and deleted your retirement insurance account in career. Lamau. I for some reason I thought this is like the actual Ryusuke. I'm like, what? No. Okay. Makes sense now, Yay! That is this a nice piece.
Himiko is right there!
There you are. I see all of you.
Oh, the voice is nice. Huh. What am I gonna do now? Bozo? You bozo? Bozo? Anyways. I thought the game crashed. Keep quiet, do not let my disguise be exposed. They must pursue clue until the very last moment, and we are two of a kind. As a supplement, the 9th question. So, you know, how's life? Oh my god, the elderly these days. Jesus Christ, no respect, I swear. Oh. If I fight now, it's 1 AM. I think we can leave the fight tomorrow. I know, crazy, insane, fucking cliffhanger. But I do. We can normally with that signal, it does mean that we are finally at the final fight, and there's probably a decent epilogue after the fight to wrap things up. But I think we can just you know, go through this. I feel like the whole answering the 8 question, it might not be as crazy.
You've got a good eye.
As a stream to look at, but I do love to ask questions wherever they prompt up, I spent a good long time like imagining each of them as if like a serious choice. And I'm glad, you know, I get to sit down, actually like immerse myself in the story. I'm like, okay, what the fuck do I need to know? Right? It brings reason to why I care about it, right? And I want to leave this all concise, so we're gonna stop here. Maybe in the future I might come back and see the answer. So great session, great answering, great questioning. With that, thanks so much for coming by. Hope you have a great rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye yo.